Hello!
35
Which means it's one whole
days
hand
to go.
of weeks to go.
5 weeks. 2 days. 5 weeks from today.
One,
I'm
two,
35
three, four,
weeks
five.
pregnant. Holy cow.
1, 2.
Here is the 35 week
Bump pick.
belly. Look at that. Belly, belly, belly.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about, but quickly, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like I'm in the best mood this evening that I have been in an evening
Been a
in
while.
months.
I can feel it. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yay.
It was just it was like a relatively low stress day, and I don't know,
Yay. That makes me happy.
got to see my daughter in utero today, so it was a good day.
We went in to MFM, the specialist for the 35-week appointment.
Mhm.
She looks fantastic. One thing I do love is they always say that I'm the perfect
You're really easy to
body model
Yeah.
to
See.
scan and
Yeah.
see. And then they always talk about how beautiful and perfect she looks. And that always makes us so happy. But again, little lady hit her face. She buried
it
she's head down, but
down.
she was facing towards my spine. So
And
it was
she
really hard.
buried her face in like the crevice of her left
So
hip.
we couldn't,
So she
we
was, like,
really couldn't see
no
the
pictures.
face at all. We were like, well, the streak continues.
Yeah.
But she's very active.
We'll know what she looks like when we meet her.
We will. She is about 6 pounds.
Yeah.
And she is measuring beautifully for 35 weeks.
How's the width of her head?
Except for the head.
How's the width
which
of her
is
head?
measuring at 37 weeks
Through
and
here.
4 days.
Through here.
The part I have
There's
to push out
The circumference is still on.
is
The circumference is at 35 weeks, but there's a portion of her brow. And this is the part that's typically more formed at the beginning.
So I was like, what? And the tech, who was so sweet, we've had her before,
Yeah.
she goes, man, everyone I've seen today is just having
Big babies.
been big babies. I said, was Lila big? I said, no, she was 7 pounds, 1
Delightfully
ounce,
average.
19 inches. And she was like, I don't want to give you, bad news on a Friday going into a weekend, but yeah, this is going to be a big
Big
babe.
kid.
I was like, all right,
gonna
as
be a
long
guy.
as she is healthy, that is all that matters.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to have to push out a really big head.
Sounds good.
Mwah. So let's see what 35 weeks
It's supposed to look like.
has to say. Oh, yeah.
OVIA. It's almost filling up.
It's almost full. So, this is how big her hand is. This is how big her foot is. And she is a mini lop rabbit.
How cute is that?
That's a very cute rabbit. Baby Rosenwald is now about the size of a mini lop rabbit, a medium-sized rabbit, despite its name. We promise her ears won't be quite so floppy. You know those bunnies with the really long floppy ears?
Kind of look like a droopy.
So cute.
We gotta show it off. And a kiwi.
Oh, look at it. 35 weeks pregnant. Finishing touches. Your baby is almost big enough to leave the uterine hotel. Read on for more developments this week.
I'm gonna check out soon. 5 weeks. We're at
5 weeks.
We're at 35 weeks in and 35 days to go.
Hey, that only
Nah.
happens the one time, I feel like. Daily development. Baby Rosenwald's Lanugo is disappearing as she gets better at regulating her body
That's the
temperature.
little furry
That's
bits
the
on the
furry
outside.
bits.
But I feel like
Lila's pretty furry.
Lila
when
was
she
pretty
was
furry,
born.
so she'll be pretty
She'll
furry.
probably be
'Cause
pretty
between
furry.
the two of us, we're pretty furry people.
Yeah. 35 weeks pregnant. At 35 weeks, baby Rosenwalk is getting close to the size they'll be at birth. Your little one will spend just a few more weeks growing in their very cozy quarters before meeting you with the sweetest snuggles in the outside world. How is baby Rosenwalk? Many babies are now rotating from breech position, head up, to turn down pelvis. Yes,
She's head
she
down.
is full on head down. I don't think there's enough room for her to come back up at this point.
God, I
so
hope
she's down. At between 18 or 19 inches.
That's 45.7 to 48.3 centimeters for you people that use normal units.
And 5 to 6 pounds.
That's 2.25 to 2.7 kilograms for you people that use normal units.
I don't like the normal unit thing.
I hate the fact that we use imperial units. They call them freedom units in other parts of the world because they're so silly.
Wow. Well, she is 6 pounds, so that's right, just about right. The size of a bunch of carrots. Baby
A bunch
Rosa-
of munch of
a
crunchy
bunch
carrots?
of crunchy carrots.
You parents know what that's about.
Baby Rosenwalk is getting close to the size they're going to be at birth, and most of baby Rosenwalk's organ and skeleton development is complete, although they're still refining their abilities every day. Really, most of the work baby Rosenwalk has left to do is just growing bigger and stronger. In particular, baby Rosenwalk's lovely lungs need a little bit more time to prepare for the outside world. That's the last, I remember that from Lila, that's the last big system that kind of the closer they get to 40, just the stronger they get. But everything else is looking pretty good.
What's new with you?
Are you feeling ready to have baby Rosenwalk in your home and your life? Yes, but at the same time, I'm one of those people who love being pregnant and I have not reached that point of like, get out of my body. But I'm also excited to meet her. Even if emotionally that question might be hard to answer, make sure you've done what you need to do to prepare for little one's arrival from a practical perspective, like getting your little one's sleeping space set up, getting some diapers, clothes, and other basics, and looking into any necessary insurance changes you might want to make.
We're doing all
We're
those
doing
things.
all of that basically this weekend. We're finally getting back to the storage unit, figuring out what we're bringing over, and starting to truly set up just in case she appears. Body changes. Water, 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 water. Upping your water intake is absolutely the best thing you can do to find lots of late symptoms like heartburn and swelling and make sure baby is a-okay. So
Fight.
I
Did
typically
you say fight? I thought you said find.
fight.
Okay.
I drink tons of water, but when it hits this point in the pregnancy, I need to up it. I'm between 80 to 100 ounces a day. I need to go up to like about the gallon, I think, right now,
I
and
agree.
really just get the system going. Baby Santa!
Baby center. What do we got?
Now this guess is 18 1/4 inches and 5 1/4 pounds. She's bigger than that.
She's much bigger than
She is a honeydew.
Honeydew
A honeydew
Rosenwald.
melon. Honeydew Rosenwalk. Aw,
All right, we found our name. Honeydew.
honeydew. Amniotic fluid receding. By this time, your baby is floating in about 1 quart of amniotic fluid. It will now gradually decrease until you give birth. And today the level of fluid looked great.
Physical development, mostly done. Her kidneys are fully developed now, and her liver can process some waste products. Most of her basic physical development is now complete. She'll spend the next few weeks putting on pounds?
Putting on
Putting on pounds?
There's an
There's an
ad
ad
and it's right
on
over
top
it, but
of
there's
it.
nowhere to close the ad.
Let me
Nope.
see.
Nope.
Alexa.
I'm sure it just says adding on the pounds, a couple pounds. That's really very
That's
funny.
Really funny. It's just designed to make you click on the link.
Yep, good job, baby center. Heartburn, pregnancy symptoms during week 35, heartburn and bloating. All right, so I have definitely felt, it's not heartburn, but it's a squeeze in the stomach. And I've had that feeling before, even when not pregnant. So maybe that's just kind of the way my body feels heartburn.
Well,
Whenever I
yeah,
talk
right.
about the squeeze, the doctors always go, a squeeze, not a burn. I'm like, yeah, it's like a squeeze is the only way I can describe it. Your uterus now reaches up under your rib cage, as
We
we
know.
know.
We're aware.
Your ballooning uterus is crowding your other internal organs too, which is why you probably have to pee more often, maybe dealing with heartburn and other gastrointestinal distress.
Well, how do you explain my heartburn then?
Clumsiness. Stress.
That.
I like that. It's giving me a free pass on clumsiness. You might feel clumsier than usual, which is perfectly understandable. Not only are you heavier, the concentration of weight in your pregnant belly causes a shift in the center of gravity. Plus, thanks to your hormonal changes, your ligaments are more lax, so your joints are looser, which may also contribute to your balance being a bit off. We do a lot to grow a human.
A moment ago, like just a little bit ago, we were in Lila's room, and Amelia has been like very proud of getting herself up from the floor.
Yes.
But I always go to try to help.
Yes.
And in this moment in particular, she had managed to perch herself onto her fingertips of her right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Fingertips of her right hand, pinching Lila's
Bed
bed
with her
rail with her
left.
left to pinch it. And then on her tiptoes to try to drive
Like,
up
hoist up.
her body that weighs 30% more than it
And I
normally
got like
does.
a little bit off the ground and then looked at him and I just went, no, nah.
You got like floor
I'm
clearance.
stuck. Yeah.
Like a fist off the ground.
Yeah, and he was like, come here.
But it was like the kind of position where I had to lift her from under
I
her
look like
shoulders.
a spider. You know how they'll just perch? I was perched and I got myself a little stuck. So I would not put on my pointe shoes and try to dance right now. That
No,
would not
recommended
go
not.
well at all.
Recommended against that.
35 days
Yeah.
to go. 35 weeks pregnant.
5 weeks
Gosh,
to go.
just one hand.
One hand.
Guys, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. But it's going to be great.
We do it together.
We're going to do it.
I
And
love
then we'll
you.
meet our little lady. I love you too. Wow. Subscribe up here.
Watch duty down here. Hit the like button and the bell for notifications.
And send in those questions and comments.
Yes, we might even read them live on the show.
Right? Bye.
Bye.